Alrighty, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Chupacabra's Lair. I am your host, Larry, the delectable Chupanibre man, and we're back for some more indie gamification today, taking a look at a roguelike, something that Larry enjoys, but doesn't always put on the videos. So what we've got today is we've got Reikon Dungeon, which is done up by Alcapa Games, which is a three-man team that makes sweet, delicious indie games, and they've got this prototype out for people to check out, and I'm understanding that they've also got this up on Kickstarter. So here we are in a sinister monolith. I'll skip the tutorial information for the moment. It's not supremely exciting, but this is a procedurally generated dungeon crawling whiz-biz game that takes us through a sinister and mysterious monolith that is traversing throughout the land, and we don't really know what its evil purposes are, but I'll get into some more information in a minute. So we've got some cute little blocky monsters that want to fondle us. I've got some magic. I'm a bit of a wizard. I'm a whiz-biz kid. I'm a cute little voxel knight. So this game, it's done up in, it's like Unreal Engine, and I'm pretty sure, I don't think I saw any information on the site when I first looked at it, when they were getting the prototype ready, but I'm 90% sure this was created using Cubicle, which is a fun little program that's pretty cheap to pick up, which will allow you to build cool little blocky artwork. And honestly, I'd say, like, just from the looks of things that I've played so far, this is a game that could be a really fun multiplayer, procedurally generated dungeon spawning game for a couple of different reasons. The first one is, you know, this is all randomly generated, but the universe that all of this exists in is very unique. The background behind the story of this dungeon is this is all within some sort of bizarre magical dimension. And oh look, it's the cute little screamy man from was it Salvador Dali? It was like in that vein. Lots of fun little artworks on the walls, but we're in some sort of bizarre labyrinth inside of a tentacled monolith that is roaming the land and consuming all of creation, and everything eventually ends up here, trapped in an endless cycle of death, rebirth, and horror. And cute little, side bits, like there's cute little vents, and these horrifying monstrosities that are all caged up. It's really delicious. I've really enjoyed everything that's in here so far. Got another chamber with some goodies in it. We've got some skill gems and more keys and hidden trap stuff that spawns as we go through. Whoa, what is that? What was that? What the heck oh, it's a loaf of bread. So I'll go into some more detail once we get to town in this dungeon about what the deal is with the monolith, but it's a lot of cool stuff going on here. We've got some cool accent art that's reminiscent of Renaissance paintings in Europe. Mona Lisa, you saw the screamer over there in the other hallway. They've done a really good job giving this whole game a wonderful, sinister, adventurous atmosphere. And I've got to say, it's been a lot of fun so far to fiddle around with it. And I'm interested to see where it's going, so we'll just go over here. And in here is a wise old man. I don't know, we'll just call him Old Man. And he lets us teleport back to the Citadel. Let's, there's more landscape here. Can I get back here? Is there a hidden wall? Hidden door in this wall? Old Man? Your secret shenanigans, sir? Alright. Alright, so here we are in town, and to kind of illustrate the way that the interdimensional business works is this is sort of like a pocket safety dimension inside of the bizarre monolith that roams the land. There are some ancient elemental deities that have been trapped in here along with us, who have surrendered and sacrificed their physical forms in order to give us a suave sanctuary for which we can live in. And they've done a cool job just accenting all of the environments and making this fountain out of blocks and stuff. You can come in here and you can get crafting materials from this guy, the blacksmith. He sells diamonds and amber and stuff. And then, whoops. That just explains what the Citadel is. This is our town. And we've got this guy sells potions that we'll get a few potions. And then, the one thing I have been kind of missing that I feel they should have put into the prototype is I need like a vendor that sells bread or something. Because one of the resources that we've got, besides the weird health that seems to go down when we go into proximity of people or other creatures, is on the far right we've got a food bar, and the only way to fill that back up is with random bits of bread. And this guy just sells recipes. There's nothing that the wizard has. There's like livestock. It's pretty cool. And so the eventual idea is that you would roam through the caverns and explore different biomes within the monolith of different worlds and countries and nationalities and dimensions that have been consumed by it. It's all very Dark Soulsian. The only main issue that I've run into in the game so far is sometimes these top steps you can get hung up on, like right now. Like, sometimes their collisions just get a little bit wonky, and I have no idea why they do that. But one other thing I felt like showing everybody, just because it's like a tee-hee kind of moment. Back here, behind the witch's brew. It's saucy and green. A lot of really cool details here, too, like this little distillery on the side here. And these little pools and stuff. Oh, look, we're not the only ones trapped in here, Mr. Doctor. You saved me. You saved Larry. I don't want to be stuck in here and turn into a monster. So yeah, I mean, you come through here, you get your crafting materials, and you go back out, and you have newer, crazier adventures. And if you want to play this, this prototype, by all means, it is available for everyone to fiddle around with. You can stream it, record it, whatever you feel like. And, yeah, it's free. You can play it around and check out their Kickstarter, which I need to do a little later today. But I dig what's happening here. It basically feels kind of like an isometric, cubicle-ified Spiral Knights, which is like a kind of its own randomly generated roguelike game. Got some cool statues getting hung up on the steps a little bit. It's fine. We can get through this together. Birds of a feather. Yeah, so Alcapa Games did a pretty cool job making, like, destructible bits inside. I want to, like, be able to destroy the pots and stuff. I also wouldn't mind it if we got some sort of Dark Soulsian style rolling in here. But that's something we'll talk about later. Here we have the portal, the ancient mystical thingy. It's like an old Mayan temple too, where the portal itself gives hand jobs, as you see there on the sides. Those are like little hands that kind of look like chairs. Eventually, I can get up this frickin' stairway. Come on, stairs. We're supposed to be friends. I'm your friend. Oh, there he goes. So now we can come up here, and we can see this really sweet-looking portal, but we can walk up to the janky old man and have him travel into the dungeon. Okay, so this is actually a useful bit of tutorial information. If there's an unlit torch, that means there's a draft in that wall, and it means there's good bacony, delicious things hidden behind it. Stop it, ghoulie. We're not friends. Stab it. Stab it. So, there's a few other details in here that kind of explain how the combat mechanics will work. Let's jump in here and have some bread and some health potion. One of the things besides, like, quests that you can go on eventually, and we can up our stats, we give a little bit more vitality and attack damage. We can also get several different skills here. Like, you know, we got those skill runes that dropped on the ground, and those give us access to different bits of magic. Like, we can suck health from people with this ability. The Drain Globe. We can increase our movement speed with a sprint. I like this power one. We'll just grab all of it. It's just what's available from our skills. So I can empower myself to get all macho for a bit. And do like 11 frickin' damage. Look at that. Look at me getting all sorts of saucy. And our whole goal is, like, you know, there's some mystery behind the monolith that we found ourselves inside of. There's something weird going on here. We can summon an ice wall, too, but it doesn't last very long. So we gotta figure out the mystery. We've gotta fight evil warlocks or something inside this deal, and once we get some sort of, like, story mode stuff going on in here, and we start getting some missions and explaining what's going on, that's when it's gonna get real delicious. Currently, we don't know too much, but what they have said is there's going to be a unique mechanic in this game, because one of the things that was stipulated about the existing story, oh, here's another old man for us to go back to base, is every monster in here, some of them are actually people. This monolith has a tendency of transforming people into their true nature. So if you're a horrifying monster of a person, and you're just a douchebag, you could spawn in as a horrifying flesh-eating ghoul. I mean, everybody loves human flesh. I'm told it tastes like a cacophony of chicken and pork. Discover magazine would have me know that I taste like pork. I don't know if I put too much stock in that. But, you know. So, one of the mechanics that they've got going in here is that you can actually be killed by a thing, and then you can have, there's like a chance you could be resurrected as just your personable self, or for a period of time you could be a monster. So, however that makes you feel is completely up to you. That could be cool. I don't know how that mechanic would work. They certainly need to define it a little bit more. But hey, it sounds neat, and it's definitely original. Okay, so we've taken a ladder. We've gone downstairs. Ow, what? Little jittery here. Some frame drops happening. But yeah, that. After we've gone down that ladder, and now we're in a different area. But yeah, I don't know how respawning as a monster is gonna work. Like, maybe there's a chance that you can respawn as, like, any number of creatures in a given area. But, you know, to me, being able to respawn as a monster that's killed you is just an excuse to say, like, oh, if I want to be really powerful, I have to go find a enchanted suit of armor and let it murder me, and I can become the Turbo Knight or something silly. So you gotta balance it so that people can't just intentionally go die to something powerful just to get a leg up in this world. That would be kind of cheaty and lame. And that's actually one of the things that was kind of Zelda-y that I would like to see in this game, is there's a lot of suits of armor and, like, golems on the walls and stuff. It would be cool if you could, like, you know, if there was, like, an enchanted level where there's, like, ancient arcane sorcerers that have been here for, like, a couple hundred years, are trapped in a certain area, and some of their arcane creations come to life and try to stab your bits. That would be kind of cool. Another thing that would definitely accentuate this, which I'm sure is on their radar, is some, like, classes that you could play as. So we're like a warrior right now, but maybe we're a mage, or a scholar, or a Dark Soulsian explorer that maps things out. You know, the sky is really limit with that. I'm definitely digging all the destructible bits. Gonna need plenty of monsters, you know, all sorts of stuff. I mean, it's a roguelike. If you want random to feel good, you need a lot of variety, you need a lot of variation, and you kind of need to put a few puzzles in there too, you know? But again, like I've said it in some other videos about roguelike games and procedurally generated content, it's kind of difficult to hit a good happy medium when it comes to randomly generated stuff and puzzles, because the thing with a puzzle is it's complex and challenging because it's in a location that is well tailored. It's got a good, strong narrative in that area, and it's unique to that location. And trying to create a unique location in a game that's randomly generated can be tricky, especially if you have to go and like get bits and put them together in a certain order. Yeah, you know, Reikon Dungeon it's a fun game. It's got a lot of good stuff going for it. It's definitely, you know, I'm always a sucker for voxel art. It's always really cartoony and fun no matter what you do to it. So I'm definitely hopeful to see where this game goes. You know? And if you are like a streamer or a recorder like Larry, they have like the option of if you give them, like if you do some streaming or video of their game, not only will they promote you, but they'll also give you a free in-game pet later, you know, when the game comes out. They're up on Kickstarter right now. Once I get their Kickstarter link, I will give it to you. There will be more information that I don't as yet have when I'm making this video the day after they sent it to me. The prototype. Oh, I found some slime meat. What does slime meat do? Can I eat it? I can eat the slime meat. Yum yum. But yeah, you know, this has got it's got the makings of a delicious roguelike. Definitely got to have that multiplayer in there. Strong story elements, a lot of different fighting techniques, styles, magic, and other stuff to allow you to be like a spicy warrior. And once you've got all those pieces together with a cool story that's sort of never-ending, try to find the core of what causes the monolith to exist. Probably a Dark Soulsian style, like, sinister mystery in the background of like the ancient gods, and this is like an ancient weapon left over from a long ago war, kind of like those giant stone laser guardians from Nausicaa in the Valley of the Wind. But yeah, it looks tasty. This is pretty fun. It's pretty bare bones right now, obviously. I mean, it's a prototype, but you know, it looks cool. Love me some Cubicle-Esque voxel art. That's always delicious looking. So I've been your host, Larry the Chupacabra. Check these guys out. Links are in the description. Both download the prototype off of their website or to go off and check out their Kickstarter. So check them out. Maybe throw Larry a like and a subscribe or a comment or something, and I'll catch you next time. Have a good one, everybody.